Good morning, everybody. This is Eureka John with Eureka Street Crypto Hub, broadcasting live from Leander, Texas on Theta TV. And it is July 9th, and it is 5:45 in the morning. And this is Eureka Street Crypto Hub, and I'm Eureka John. And this is my video stream, my video blog that I do every single morning. I jump on and talk about crypto because there's always a lot to talk about here, and I love everything about the cryptocurrency movement that is going on. And I'm just a dude with a camera, and I'm not some financial advisor or some teacher, and I'm not trying to make instructional videos or some news outlet or anything like that. I'm just going through the news so I can learn something new every single day, and hopefully I can interact with some other people that see this and meet other people to talk about in this space besides myself and my family, because not everybody that I see in my day-to-day interactions share the same enthusiasm for cryptocurrency that I do. So I don't want to be like certain people that are okay. So the running joke is if you're into CrossFit, you're into veganism, or you're what's the third one? I don't know, but you'll know in five, or atheism. Yeah, you'll know in 5 minutes of conversation that they're into it. And I try not to do that with the cryptocurrency world. So this is my outlet to do that, so I don't do that in the rest of my day-to-day life. Yes. Welcome to my video blog. I'm on episode number, I forgot to put the episode number. So let me put here, Friday morning crypto episode 199. So tomorrow is episode 200. I'm going to have guest Devin S. on here. He listens to the show, and he's also a fellow Bankless DAO member with me. He's in also the Defiant Discord channel, and I met him. He just commented on a video, and I brought him on I guess a month and a half ago, 2 months ago or something now, and we talked about the UBI token and stuff like that. So because I believe it was the Defiant, they did a podcast where they interviewed Santiago Siri of the Proof of Humanity UBI token, and he is really interested in the concept of digital IDs and stuff like that. And we just basically talked about that on the interview. So I'm gonna interview him again, and I want to tap into more of his professional finance background and his perspectives on the current DeFi movement and what the insiders over there in the finance world, how they perceive the DeFi movement and stuff like that, and just kind of get their take on it, because I'm just an average schmo, and I don't have any background in finance. I have very little background in programming, and I'm just my real life job, I'm a sales manager, so all I know are buzzwords, right? That's all sales guys know. And so I'm trying to be more I'm trying not to be so much of a buzzwords sales guy, and actually get down and understand the technology and know what's going on here. And that's the purpose of this podcast. So I got a hair in my mouth. Anyway, all right. So I've attended a lot of trade shows in my line of work, and that you hear a lot of buzzwords being thrown around by sales guys. So in crypto right now, buzzwords are scalability, interoperability. People are throwing around ZK rollups, snarks, sharding technology, and a lot of people barely understand or have pretty much zero understanding of what a lot of this stuff means, but they're bragging about particular projects that might be implementing that. Layer 2 is another buzzword that people don't really understand. So this is what I try to do on this show, is to go through a lot of these words and these concepts that people throw around as buzzwords, and don't really know what they mean. All right, so and I'm in the process right now of figuring all this stuff out too. So you're along with this ride with me. So let's take a look at the CoinGecko and see what we have going on today. Yesterday we had a ton of red, and it looks to be the same way today. It happens, and especially in the crypto world, it happens. This is you're along for the ride if you're into the crypto market. And I believe in the technology as a whole, as a Web 3.0 moving forward, along with the fourth industrial revolution, the Internet of Things, and everything being integrated onto the blockchain. This is just part of it, and there will be large lunges forward and 40% retraces, and it is a wild ride. So don't invest in anything that you can't afford to lose. But I believe that if you hold for the long run and you're to the dollar cost average long game, you won't lose. And that's what I'm doing. I'm not trying to trade these dips or time these dips or anything like that. That's just too stressful. I can't do it. So, and I really am in it for the tech. I do want to know about the tech. So that's why I'm doing this. So Bitcoin is at 32,000, and if I make some money by my belief in all this stuff, yes, I will be very happy about that. What's up, 29LHO6? Nice to see you this morning. Oh yeah, let me pop out this chat bar here, and so I can see people. Some days the chat bar is going off, and then other days it's just total crickets. So I will put this over here for you, and we will see. Well, oh yeah, I gotta add it. So let me see here. Window capture, chat, and then. There we go. There, now we've added the chat bar. Okay, all right. Anyway, so where was I? All right, so let's go back to CoinGecko. Bitcoin 32,946.81. Ethereum 2,097. Is it gonna dip below 2,000 again? Maybe. Either way, if it does, okay, it's a good time to scoop some more up, I guess. Ethereum, they finally pushed out a new. A release date for EIP 1559, and that is Ethereum Improvement Protocol 1559. And communities within certain blockchains, being decentralized as it is, they don't have any, they're not supposed to have any top-down type of structure. But the community and the token holders vote with their tokens to basically try to bring through improvement protocols. So somebody would present an improvement protocol and it would get chattered about and all that stuff. Then they would put it up for a vote, and if it gets voted, then they implement said protocol. The EIP 1559 protocol will be burning tokens, and so it can basically deal with all this gas issue that's going on. And I could go down a major rabbit hole with EIP 1559, and I'm not going to, but basically it's going to lower the supply of Ethereum and have a constant burning mechanism going on, and it will help deal with some of this miner extracted value issue that is going on, of people being able to determine and reorder transactions from the miners' playing field, and being able to extract the value out of that. So the miners are pretty pissed because that's their livelihood kind of going away right there. And it's set to happen on August 4th, and that's called EIP 1559. Yeah. That's the London hard fork, right? Yeah, I believe so. Okay. Anyway, so you can see I'm total professional here. It was originally projected to be sometime in July. That's just the way Ethereum works. It's been that way when they first started bringing out Ethereum 2.0. It kept on getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed out and pushed out. And then it finally came out last December. And that began the process of Ethereum 2.0, which will be like a year-long process of the merge, and now it's looking like it might be a little more than a year. But overall, I explained yesterday 24 reasons why Ethereum is bullish, and this is part of it. So they call it like a triple halving, in Bitcoin, that they have the halving every 4 years, that increases the value of the token significantly. So this is like 3 times the triple version of that. So anyway, so let's go down the list. Tether, Binance Coin, Cardano, $1.33, Dogecoin, 21 cents, XRP, 61 cents, USDC, dollar, Polkadot, 15.38, Binance, $1, Uniswap, $20.43. Bitcoin Cash, 481.56. So now I'm getting down and down and down and down and down. Okay, so I did want to look at Atom, the Cosmos protocol. Since interoperability is such a buzzword being thrown around in 2021, I know that this blockchain is definitely one of the blockchains that are trying to lead the charge on this with their IBC interblockchain protocol. So that is at 1262, up 5%. So a lot of stuff is in the red. Well, Atom is in the green, which is good because I hold some Atom. So anyway, let's take a quick look at this article. Oh, this tweet over here. I've been talking about bridges. The people have been trying to solve interoperability through bridges. Zilliqa has a bridge that they're developing. Cardano has a bridge. Of course, there's wrapped Bitcoin and wrapped Ethereum and stuff like that in order to try to solve this problem of interoperability. So trustless bridges may be the key to blockchain interoperability. Crypto and blockchain enthusiasts take pride in belonging to a community that's working on the future of financial systems, yet the community is innately fragmented thanks to multiple blockchains working independently of each other. The dream of mass adoption of blockchain and decentralized finance faces a major hurdle of lack of interoperability. Meanwhile, decentralized applications, the dApps, the fruits of decentralization, are being held up. So dApps are basically websites or applications being built on top of specific blockchains. So say, websites right now are built to be connected to databases if it's a dynamic website, not just one static one-pager. And imagine if you had a website that was only able to be allowed to run on specific types of databases. This is kind of a parallel comparison. You have websites. You have dApps, decentralized applications, or websites built for blockchain that can only work with specific types of blockchains. And that creates silos, and you have certain dApps not being able to talk to other dApps because you have one dApp that is built on, let's say, Ethereum, and then another dApp website being built on Zilliqa or some other type of blockchain, and you can't have cross-chain protocols. If you have a decentralized application on Ethereum, it can't go over and use some of the amazing features of another decentralized application built on Zilliqa because they can't talk to each other. So Ethereum's pursuit of a single network blockchain dominance. As per a dApp market report, around 59% of all dApps run on Ethereum blockchain. The growth of decentralized finance on Ethereum notwithstanding, many developers and users are unhappy with the network. Growing transaction charges. Yes, there's a major gas issue that happened all through the winter and early spring. So right now, it's doing pretty decently. So I don't know how long, but hopefully the EIP 1559 will help. Growing transaction charges and outright ban. Okay, even after 6 years of launch, Ethereum transaction speeds are only about 15 transactions per second. Which in standards nowadays, that's becoming pretty dismal. So it derails the efforts of developers by pummeling their feasibility on their projects, because developers, they want to build really fast and really scalable applications, and they're limited right now by the structure that's being given to them on Ethereum. The highly anticipated Ethereum 2.0 upgrade fails to address the scalability issues. Ethereum's complete implementation may be more than a year away. So by the time Ethereum 2.0 rolls out and the merge is complete, it could be this time in 2022. When you consider associated efforts like proof of stake migration and security upgrades, measures to tackle the scalability issue seem to be nowhere near the priority list. So they say they're working on sharding, but sharding is down the road with Ethereum 2.0. First, they got to implement all the roll-ups and everything like that and get all that taken care of. Part of the vision for the ETH2 is to make applications faster and cheaper to use, in quotes, with reality furthering itself away from that vision. However, the crypto finance community is looking for alternatives. The alternatives are built on collaboration rather than competition. The potential driver of decentralized finance growth is enhanced interoperability. And so instead of competing with other blockchains, Ethereum will be looking to utilize, and innovation by developers will allow, hopefully, for composability. And I know I've done episodes on what composability is, and composability are basically Lego blocks of dApps being interoperable with each other on a specific blockchain. Well, imagine interoperable inter-blockchain composability with dApps from all different types of blockchains being able to work together. So for instance, Yearn Finance uses several different decentralized applications on the Ethereum blockchain in order to aggregate yield rates and to be able to, so Yearn Finance uses Aave and Compound and a few other Curve and a few other protocols in order to be able to do what they do on their platform in order to automate finding the best interest rates and APYs and stuff like that for their platform. So imagine being able to do that cross blockchain, because they only do that on the Ethereum blockchain. Hey, how you doing, SL Hines 7 and Rich S? Nice to see you this morning. Yeah, all right, so let me see if I have any more gifts to let's see here, to dole out. So let's see here, 29 LHO6, man, you're getting to be an OG. You're a level 4 Theta watcher now. I don't know why mine, I was up to level 3 on the account before I started this show, and then whenever I started this show, I got knocked down to level 1, and I have not been able to move past that now. So yeah, I'm running out of these gifts that they give us supposedly every Wednesday. Oh, okay. The channel's not authorized. Sorry, Riches, it's not letting me give you some riches. So let's see here, and then the 500 tokens. Okay, cool. That's the last of my gifts. Anyway, so interoperability and the hunt for interoperability solutions. Touted as a solution for applying decentralized finance outside of Ethereum blockchain, interoperability furthers the idea of decentralization. By facilitating seamless communication between different blockchain networks, interoperability is where the future lies. Interoperability, with interoperability, the traditional mentality of I use blockchain B is better than blockchain A undergoes a paradigmatic shift. We are moving towards a culture where blockchains A and B collaborate and are used in unison for a specific purpose. Now, I've said in the past that there will be no Ethereum killer, and I still 100% believe this. I don't think that there will be an Ethereum killer. I think they will all be working together, and I didn't quite envision the idea of them actually working together. I figured that they would all fall into their little certain market niches, culture niches, geographic niches, and stuff like that. Which may still be the case, but now with all this interoperability technology being developed at a rapid pace, last year was the DeFi race, and then now it's the interoperability race. So everybody is, and maybe it might be the interoperability summer instead of last year's DeFi summer. So anyway, for better, and so we're gonna have to watch out because we had a lot of DeFi exploits and hacks last year. And so maybe this year, once this interoperability summer starts ramping up, we're going to need to watch out for interoperability exploits and hacks. So for better context, consider this. Without interoperability, the vast majority of DeFi protocols would lack the largest blockchain network and cryptocurrency, Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is not really interoperability with a lot of these protocols that include smart contracts right now. However, with the help of blockchain bridges, it is now possible to transfer one's Bitcoin holdings to Ethereum in the form of wrapped tokens. So that's one way to do it, which has tokenized about 1% of Bitcoin's supply on Ethereum. Although hardcore Bitcoiners don't like the idea of wrapping their Bitcoin and putting it on Ethereum, it creates a point of vulnerability to lose that Bitcoin. And I agree. I've worked hard for my Bitcoin, and I don't really want to be wrapping it and playing with it on DeFi. I keep mine locked away. So anyway, these ERC20 compatible wrap tokens offer faster Bitcoin transactions and enable users to employ Bitcoin on DeFi protocols such as Aave to lend and borrow assets or perform other DeFi activities. Now, I'm not poo-pooing on people that do that. If you know how to do that and you're great at it, and you feel safe with it, then by all means. It's just for me, I'm still getting pretty comfortable with a lot of my skill set, and wrapping Bitcoin tokens is not going to be included in that. So I take a conservative approach in a lot of things. It's weird because I'm very not conservative about a lot of other stuff. So it's also because of blockchain interoperability that users have the freedom to transact ERC20 tokens on the Binance Smart Chain, dodging Ethereum's spiking gas fees and executing transactions almost instantly. Binance Smart Chain came around to bring some interoperability between the Binance chain and Ethereum, and that made instant acceptance because a lot of people wanted to jump on the Binance Smart Chain because of the low gas fees. But the problem with the Binance Smart Chain, it is run by Binance, which is a highly centralized blockchain / exchange, and it's the Binance Exchange. I can't use Binance Exchange because I'm in Texas, I don't know. A lot of these micro DeFi protocols and things like that have been built on Binance Smart Chain that promise all these crazy APYs. Just be careful. The arrival of interoperable solutions shall act as a window for multiple DeFi products and applications. Many developers, particularly those in high volume sectors such as gaming, are now looking to layer 2 solutions to solve their problems. However, many of these solutions have been slow to deliver, while developers waver over options like Plasma, state channels, rollups, the new hot things, bundling transactions for higher throughput. All these are different ways to get around it. For instance, since the Ethereum blockchain is only 12 transactions per minute or something like that, or per second, sorry. They find ways to create side chains, to bundle them up, and then do the transactions outside of the main blockchain, and then do a record of those transactions to timestamp it in a way onto the blockchain. So like I explained yesterday, it's like a restaurant has the waiters, and they do all the transactions with the customers during the day. Then at the end of the day, the restaurant manager takes all the receipts and the cash for those transactions and just puts it in that little zip pouch and takes it to the bank and settles the transaction. So that's kind of what layer 2 solutions do. So that's another way to do it. But with those layer 2 solutions, if something is done on layer 2, it immediately makes it not interoperable because, for instance, you can't use an application on Matic on another blockchain, as far as I know. No, I'm so wrong about that. All right. I can't quite articulate that, so I'll just hold off on it. So, trustless bridges, the holy grail for blockchain interoperability. As the name implies, blockchain bridges are built to span blockchains and facilitate communication. This technology solves the issue of interoperating between two different protocols. Using trustless bridges, users can leverage the benefits of both blockchains. Okay, so generally these bridges are governed by the burn and mint approach. According to this, tokens do not leave their respective blockchains during the blockchain. So whenever you are moving, say, Zilliqa to work on an Ethereum application, that Zilliqa never leaves the Zilliqa blockchain. It just creates a version of it on the Ethereum blockchain. And then Cardano right now is doing this with the AGI token. The AGI token is an ERC20 token. Now they've created an AGIX token on the Cardano blockchain. In order to take that AGI token and from Ethereum and move it to use it on a Cardano application, you would have to bridge it, and it never leaves the Ethereum-based AGI token. Never leaves the Ethereum blockchain. They just create a version of it, and the Ethereum version gets locked up or burnt, whatever, for the time being, until it's bridged back over. So whenever you want to transfer over to another blockchain, it burns on the one blockchain and it mints on the other blockchain, and then whenever it transfers back, it burns and then it mints. So it kind of clones it. And there's an amazing tweet that kind of visualizes this for you. And let's see here. Bowen Sanders, I don't know who this is, so I can't really vouch for anything, but it's just a really interesting tweet. If real bridges worked like Ethereum bridges, when crossing, you would be jailed and cloned at the other side. the clone released to wander, and then you'd be freed when the clone was returned and destroyed. You'd never actually make it to the other side, but your clone would think it did. So that's a great analogy. So I love everybody's comments. It sounds like Star Trek transporters. Spoiler alert: the landing party never makes it. So anyway, somebody says, "I'm not sure you have this right. According to your tweet, I'd be free on the other side of the bridge when my clone was destroyed." Huh? Okay. All right. So anyway. Interesting analogy right there. I think it represents it pretty well. So there are two types of blockchain bridges, federated and trustless. The former is a private and more centralized project that requires certain criteria to be met before the bridge can be used. On the flip side, trustless bridges operate in a decentralized environment. Similar to Bitcoin and Ethereum and Ether miners, trustless bridge validators receive incentives to maintain the bridges. Here, trustless bridges work on mathematical truths and are devoid of any human errors or corruption. Okay. So a lot of bridges, people say, a lot of protocols talk about interoperability when really all they're doing is locking that cryptocurrency up in custody on a centralized project. Yeah, I think Quant Network kind of does this. And they're kind of a banker's interoperable token protocol. And they say, it's going to be interoperable, so, all banking institutions communicate back and forth between their consensus protocols and blockchain mechanisms and stuff like that. Basically, what they're doing is they're locking it up on a centralized protocol for a while it's being used, and then they have relayers that go back and forth. That talk to each other, but it is, I believe, being locked up in a centralized place. Being in a trustless bridge, it works on mathematical truths instead. So I'll have to dig into the Quant Network version of that, but that's basically what I read. It doesn't seem 100% decentralized. Anyway, alongside innate transparency, there are multiple advantages associated with trustless bridges. They enable the interoperability of tokens between different networks. Ethereum can use this ability to offload its transactions to another blockchain. Also, trustless bridges help to reduce congestion in blockchains with high volumes of transactions, providing users and especially dApp developers with a seamless transaction experience. So, Ethereum has a lot of traffic problems and a lot of times. And if some users on Ethereum can bridge over temporarily to use a dApp on another blockchain, that would reduce a lot of the traffic on Ethereum, and then when they're done using that application, they can bridge back over to Ethereum. So, yeah, it could help with some of these gas issues. The employment of trustless bridges is an effective way for blockchains to grow in unison. It also acts as a great incentive for developers to design DeFi applications that advance the prospect of an open financial system. Trustless bridges usher in a new era of interoperability that will ultimately unlock new value for the benefit of all market participants. Through trustless bridges, the potential emerges for DeFi platforms and centralized banks to collaborate. A peer-to-peer based banking system that leverages the convenience of traditional banking setups is a hope gifted by trustless bridges. So basically, when the tide rises, so do all ships. Trustless bridges will usher in a new era of interoperability that will ultimately unlock new value for the benefit of all market participants. So I'm a fan of these bridges. I was going to talk about Cosmos and the IBC protocol today and stuff like that, but I think that it kind of needs its own episode, and I'm not going to talk about it tomorrow or Sunday because I have two guests coming this weekend, Devin S. tomorrow, and then Magic Mike with the Crypto Playground on Sunday. And we're going to talk about a whole bunch of things. Like Magic Mike is a cybersecurity professional, and he's also running the crypto. He's doing a startup called the Crypto Playground that will create a simulated crypto learning experience. And then Devin S., as I said, he has a professional finance marketing background, and I would like to pick his brain and get his viewpoint on DeFi from a finance perspective and stuff like that. So Monday, I will talk about Cosmos and IBC, and this will give me a couple days to really dig into this and hopefully have a good show for you. So, and if not, then at least I'll know more about it. So, yeah, that being said, I'm excited to finally start, getting some guests on and some other voice on besides myself. Yeah, let's get this ball rolling. While I love hearing my own voice, it's nice. It's going to be nice to hear some others as well. So anyway, hopefully you learned a little bit more about bridges today, and we can hopefully continue on learning. Thanks a lot for jumping on, you guys, and for giving me a gander. And 29LH06, I appreciate you being an OG on this show and hanging in there with me. All right, well, I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.